boy Big Road 206, finally back on the Esports and News channel with the Keymaster 84.
Holla, holla.
Holla, holla. We are here in the week of February 24th, will be the release date of this video. Got some quick updates on some games. We got a few Xbox issues to talk about. Of course, the standings for League of Legends, Call of Duty, a couple CSGO things, and then a little bit of Halo at the end. So we're going to kick it over to the Keymaster, and he will talk about a few games that are on their way or have some issues. Key, what you got, brother?
I actually have a lot of good news this week. I
Woo-hoo.
feel like that's the first week in a long time where it's not like, well, I got one piece of good news, but I got 5 pieces of bad news.
Yeah, it's been a lot of game problems lately.
So, all good news this week, you guys. So we have Smite is coming to the PlayStation 4 finally. They're going to be having their closed alpha. It is actually started on the 19th. It will be going into a closed beta in March. So for you PlayStation guys, make sure you guys go and head over for a chance to sign up just for the beta on Smite's website. So maybe get in the chance. I will be able to tell you this right now that they are going to be selling a $29.99 Founders Pack when the closed beta kicks off, and that pack will include access to all present and future gods in Smite, 400 gems, a skin, and the character Ares. And they plan to release a couple pairs of PS4 exclusive skins for players who link their Smite PC accounts to their PS4 accounts. Just so you guys are aware of that. So that's some pretty good news. On to some more good news. This isn't so much as an announcement as it is a leak. The Brazil Advisory Board for ratings for video games has just rated the BioShock collection. Hasn't officially been announced, but usually when you start seeing these advisory rating boards releasing stuff like this, that means they're pretty much on the path to being coming out.
Right.
And in the details, it was released that it's going to be BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. And it's going to be coming on Xbox One and PC and PlayStation 4 only.
Might have to pick that up.
Pretty sweet bundle. It's going to be hard to pass that one up.
Definitely.
And I even have good news for those big Nintendo fans out there. Nintendo fans, for the 3DS, you guys are getting the Mega Man Legacy Collection. It's going to be $29.99. This is a standard edition. Comes with the game, 2 3DS themes, a digital soundtrack, 4 stickers. Now, if you want to upgrade and get the $49.99 version, you actually get everything that comes with the standard edition, as well as 6 postcards and a golden Mega Man amiibo.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh man, I might have to get that too. God dang it.
Yeah. It's a golden Mega Man.
I need the gold Mega Man. I gotta add it to the collection.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sweet looking.
Well, I mean, just as a side note, it's just like what they're doing with the upcoming Zelda game. They're releasing the limited edition Fox and Link amiibo with the new Zelda game, and I'm not even. I mean, I played the original Zelda, and after that, after like the Ocarina time, I kind of let it, filter out in my games. But this one I might have to get mainly because of that special edition amiibo.
I mean, you get in the game, plus all the extra stuff, plus a golden amiibo. I mean, the amiibo itself is usually $20, so
$20 flat out. Yep.
Yeah, that's the best way to think about it. And then the last piece of game release news, it's not so much necessarily saying games coming out. It's about Doom. We already know it's coming out in May.
Doom.
But on Xbox only, on Xbox, you are going to be able to get, if you get Doom, you will also get Doom 1 and 2 as a part of getting it, as a part of getting the new Doom game coming out. So that means you're going to get 3 games for the price of 1. And now I will tell you this, the caveat is that both of the Doom and Doom 2 are selling for $5 each right now. So I mean, it's only $10, but still you're getting 3 games for the price of one.
And those first two Dooms were pretty good. I mean, I've been a Doom
They
fan
were
since
pretty
back
good.
on like the original PC Doom. So I mean, it
Yeah.
yeah, Doom. This new Doom game has got me ready to jump ship and start playing some more Doom.
No, that is for sure. That is for sure. But that's about it for game announcements, guys. So let's put a big roy. You got anything else in the news?
Yeah, so apparently our friends over at Bethesda leaked a little bit of information about. Excuse me, I'm turning the page like I got a notebook here, guys. This is like real news stuff here. Fallout 4 is finally getting some official support, mod support, coming to the PC in April. Director Todd Howard released info on in an interview he did with Game Informer. It's going to kick off after the first DLC, and then the consoles, the PS4 and X1, will see it about a month after the DLC is released for the official mod support. The first, and a little bit of the DLC, the first DLC is to include a Pokemon-esque Automatron and Wasteland, and they already kind of did it with the Automatron, where there was a side quest where you could kill robots and take their parts and build your own robot. They plan to do that with the Wasteland too, so you could build like your own battle dome. So that'd be kind of cool. And other Fallout 4 news, survival mode is also coming to Steam's beta program. Quotes say it's soon, as Bethesda has released. Console release will be when Bethesda feels like it's ready for the console. So it looks like everything's going to go to the PC first. Consoles will be after everything's kind of been debugged and tweaked on PC. But that official mod support's huge, because right now there's a few mods out there for, like, you can wear Witcher 3 outfits, and also some GTA 5 mods that are out right now. So to get that official support is going to be huge. It means a lot of good changes coming to the game. And then also another big story as of this last weekend, Xbox Live has been having some major issues. Me personally, being a main Xbox user, I don't own a PS4, so I can't speak on that. But someone who uses an Xbox every day, I don't have cable TV in my house, so we use the Xbox to watch Netflix and Hulu, and it's on the big screen TV in my living room. I also have another Xbox in my bedroom. So for the person who depends on this Xbox for home entertainment, I couldn't even play a Blu-ray on my Xbox this weekend. So um, the the main issues, excuse me, the main issues that they're having is that the Xbox Line has been down. They took it down for some maintenance because they're getting ready to release the update for the new dashboard tweaks that they're doing. Well, they did it. They took it down Tuesday, February 23rd, and someone from the Microsoft team said Xbox Live is mostly up and running. It was offline for more than half a day, but and they put it back up, but it still wasn't working. And this has gained as much tread as to Snoop Dogg released a YouTube video saying that he was mad that his Xbox Live was down. It trended on Twitter. It trended on Facebook. And also, Microsoft confirmed its own issues on Twitter, on its Twitter account. People are having problems booting up their digital games. So if you bought any games straight to your hard drive, like Battlefront, for my experience, I have my Halo 5 that's a digital. Other people may have newer games that are digital, or if you were trying to play the Division beta, you couldn't get into anything. You couldn't play Netflix. You couldn't play Hulu. Looks like things have kind of evened out. I was able to use mine today personally, and it shows that on the Xbox website that there is not many issues pending as far as Microsoft Core issues is what they were marking as one of the issues. That is gone off the website. It does say that it's still having some online issues, but those are seemingly to be fixed within the next 24 hours from this video's release. So Wednesday, February 24th, by end of day, they say 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, everything should be back up and running. And the thing why people get so mad is because for us Xbox users, we buy a gold membership. We pay the $60 plus a year to mainstay to have the Microsoft servers and not have these issues. And it seems like since the beginning of the year, when they started trying to roll out all these new updates for the Xbox, we've been having nothing but problems. Unlike some people aren't affected. For instance, in our situation, the
No
Keymaster has,
comment.
yeah, the Keymaster has not been issues at all. He's got to be able to get on and log in, play his games whenever he wants. I, on the other hand, we live about 45 minutes or 40 minutes apart from each other in different areas. So it may be the connection, who knows? But I've had a solid connection all weekend long, and I was just having problems. And so is, looks like over half of the Xbox Live community has also been having the same problems. So
I feel bad for everybody, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's one of the big relative debate on this story because I can't even comment on how bad I feel for people.
yeah, so we're looking at Microsoft to really step up their game and figure out what's been going on because I can't stand to be having these issues. I pay my money, and so does millions and millions and millions of other people to have a dedicated server, and Microsoft's been letting us down since the beginning of the year. So that's it for that. We're gonna kick it over to the Keymaster with a little bit of League of Legends. What you got, brother?
Oh man, we got some big news going down in League of Legends. So I'm gonna go over. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do a story real quick and then head into it. It's a League of Legends story. Um, I've been watching League of Legends now for 3 years,
Long time, long
and
time.
yeah, long time, 3 years, and this is the earliest I have ever seen a team clinch their playoff spot.
That's crazy.
Immortals has, with everything that went down over the course of the weekend, it wasn't just them winning their games; it was certain people losing games as well. But Immortals has already clinched their playoff berth. Granted, we
Jesus.
don't know what seed they are, but they've already clinched their spot. And there's still 3 weeks left to play. So there's still 6 games they have to play. So they could drop all 6 games and still make it into the playoffs.
Jesus.
That's how far out ahead they are. Um, it's pretty crazy. I've never seen it before. Personally, um, ironically, as we get into the standings, I'll get into some other stuff about what's going on in North America. So, click the wrong tab there. All right. Uh, Saturday the 20th, we had Energy Esports versus Dignitas. Energy Esports got even with Dignitas. Renegades fell to the Immortals like everybody else has. Cloud9, all-time rival of TSM, managed to take out them. Managed to take them out. CLG took the victory over Team Impulse, and Echo Fox with their full lineup
Finally,
making a resurgence.
those
Yeah, has
last
been making
those last two guys
making a
finally cleared.
resurgence. Yeah, making a resurgence, taking out Team Liquid. And then on Sunday, the 21st, we had Renegades losing to CLG. TSM losing again, going 0-2 over the weekend, which is what helped Immortals clinch the playoff spot. TSM lost to Dignitas. Cloud9 sailed victory on Energy. Echo Fox took out Team Impulse, and Immortals won the weekend again, finishing at 12-0. I kind of feel bad for TSM because it was just last week when they decided to fire their coach.
Yeah,
Maybe they shouldn't have done that.
dropped him and lost the match.
I mean, I don't want to say proof's in the pudding, but it kind of is. Um, so that puts the standings as this, guys. I'm going to go over the full standings this week. We got Immortals at 12-0. They haven't dropped a match at all this entire season, not even close. Counterlogic Gaming and Cloud9 are tied for second at 8-4. TSM's coming in fourth for 7-5. Energy Esports is in fifth at 6-6. Liquid, Team Liquid and Echo Fox are actually tied now, 5-7. You guys got to remember, 2 weeks ago, Echo Fox only had one win. They've gone 2 weeks in a row winning both games each weekend. So they're making research. People definitely need to watch out for them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if they had the full, it's one of those situations where now you're wondering, you're like, well, what if they had the full roster the entire year?
Right. And just to remind everybody who's watching, Echo Fox was just thrown together this year. and
That's true.
it was a team bought by Rick Fox, who was a legendary LA Lakers player, retired future Hall of Famer, and he threw his money at this team and got it all together, and they're making a splash in their first year, man. It's crazy.
No, I'm really proud of them. I think Greg Fox made a good investment.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure at the time people were calling him crazy, but
Hell yeah.
hey man, got to take gambles at some point.
Imagine when all his basketball buddies were thinking like, "What did you invest your money in?
What?
You did what?"
Oh jeez.
That's
But anyway, guys, to finish off the rest of the standings, we have Team Impulse and Dignitas tied for eighth at 4-8, and four Team Renegades 1-11.
wow.
1-11. So right now, if the season were to end, there would be a tie-breaking match between Team Liquid and Echo Fox, but the teams that would be in the summer promotional tournament would be Renegades, Dignitas, Team Impulse, and the loser of the Echo Fox Team Liquid tiebreaker. So that's something to definitely start keeping our eyes on as the weeks start to draw down. Unfortunately, I think for Renegades, time is quickly slipping on them, and they will probably end up having to play for a chance to play next season. That's all I have on the LCS right now. Big Ro, what do you got going on?
LCS. Just a quick little excerpt. We try to talk about all esports on this news channel or on this news video, and I thought I want to throw a little something different that we don't usually have on the. We've dabbled a little bit in the fighting games as far as talking about Smash Brothers, but there's another fighting game out there that's got a real big following, especially around this time of year. Street Fighter Five. Street Fighter Five came out, and it's hitting its mark to be one of the best Street Fighters that's been released since probably one or two, to be honest. Street Fighter Five breaks all registration records for their Evo tournament only 4 days after registration opened. And just to put this in retrospect, this is the largest fighting game tournament in the world. No other fighting tournament comes even close to this. In 2015, for the Street Fighter 4 Evo tournament, had 2,227 individual players, which that's a lot even for like say a COD tournament that has 4 player teams. You don't even get that many professional players or people playing in one spot. Maybe the COD World tournament when it's got open bracket with 1,000 teams. But anyway, Street Fighter Five has come out, and it did. They did say the Capcom did confirm that Street Fighter Five will not get a turbo or an ultra edition like 4 and 3 did.
Really?
Yeah, thanks to everybody being so used to digital content, they can do any fixes to the game through a DLC update. So any balance Capcom confirmed any balance update that needs to be made will be free. Obviously, you can buy alternate skins for your characters and whatever else. That's been something that's been available for the last couple of years. And as the last little snippet for this Street Fighter little section I got, Lupe Fiasco, who is a platinum recording artist, was in a exhibition put on by Mad Catz Peripherals against Diego, who is the best Street Fighter player in the world. Lupe actually beat him in the best of 5.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and Keymaster calls rigged. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But you would think this rapper basically beating the number one player in the world, very unlikely, but you never know. I mean, Keymaster's probably the best Halo player I've ever played with. I think he could play in the pros, but you never know. I mean, it's like, we'll get to Halo at the end of this video, but for instance, Optic, we make it very well known that me and the Keymaster are huge fans of the organization's Optic Gaming. Optic picks up 2 unknown players to go into this tournament with, and almost made it out of groups. Pretty impressive. But anyway, getting sidetracked. So the little Lupe Fiasco Diego match trended worldwide on Twitter and Facebook, and it also made Lupe the number one ranked player for a short amount of time until he was taken down by Diego shortly after the exhibition match. So that was pretty crazy. So that's a little Street Fighter snippet. We try to give you as much esports news as we can, and that was just something that came up. And on to our daily dose of Call of Duty. Um, this past weekend, there was a UMG $25,000 online tournament, and of course, our boys at Optic Gaming took it. They 3-0'd the infamous FaZe rivalry in the semifinals to go on to face Rise in the finals, and they it was a best of seven series, so they 5-3'd them, I believe, or 5-2 them, or something like that. And so they beat FaZe and then the upcoming Rise team to win the $25,000 online UMG tournament, which was the first of, I believe, three that will be out this season, as far as what the UMG site says. The COD rankings for the COD World League, obviously our boys at Octave Gaming in the North America bracket are number one at 11-2. Envy has made a strong comeback in the last few weeks, and they're at 10-3. Rise, and then the sliding FaZe is down 8-5 at position number 4. FaZe held the number 2 spot for the first, I think it was 4 weeks or 5 weeks of the COD World
4 or
League.
5 weeks. I think it was 4 weeks.
Right. So to see them slide to number 4 is pretty rough. Complexities in the middle of the pack at 8-5, same as FaZe. Elevate, TSM, Luminites, and H2K are below them around the 5-6 or 5-7, 5-8 range, and then CLG, Dream Team, and Team Caliber all bringing up the end with a less than 40% win rate of 3-10 and 4-9. So the North America is looking pretty strong. The top four or top two are pretty close, and then everybody behind them is bringing up the tail. And then over in the Europe side, Epsilon, Infamous, and the Mill is 10-3. So we got 3 teams tied at number 1 there in the Europe. And then everybody else is pretty close, except for that damn Pulse team is 0-13 in their league. So yeah, they're 0-13. They haven't even won a game.
Damn, I feel bad for them.
They've only won 2 maps.
What?
And lost 39.
2 maps?
They have only won 2 maps. So I thought that was interesting to bring
Ouch.
up. Yeah, I thought that was interesting to bring up. And then also, on the February 23rd matches, just some quick little snippets for the North American bracket. Optic 3-1 to Elevate, MV 3-2 Complexity, Rise 3-0 TSM, and then the games for Wednesday, we got a big matchup between Optic and Rise, and then Envy and FaZe will go at it to see if FaZe can bring back a little bit of self-respect for their sliding season. So a couple big matches tomorrow or on Wednesday, and then a couple good wins for our boys at Optic over here, and on the 23rd. So that's going to do it for our Call of Duty. Going to kick it back over to the Keymaster to follow up on some European League of Legends. What you got, brother?
That's right, that European action, baby.
European action, baby.
Going across the pond here.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
All the way back to last Thursday. So back on last Thursday, started off at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We had Elements versus Origin. Origin managed to get the victory against Elements. Splice lost to the fumbling Rocket. Unicorns of Love continued to show why unicorns are the best animal on the planet. G2 Esports, after recently being sponsored by Vodafone, lost to Fnatic. Team Vitality beat H2K. So then on Friday we had Giants versus Elements. I'm glad to see Giants get a victory against Elements. Vitality managed to take down the Prancing Pony, Unicorns of Love. H2K took down Origin. Slice defeated old house Fnatic, and Rocket unfortunately got taken down by G2 Esports. So that puts the standings at thus, you guys. G2 Esports and Team Vitality and H2K are all tied for first place at 9-3. Yes, three-way tie for first place. So that means Unicorns of Love, even just being one loss down from those three teams, is actually technically in fourth place. Fnatic is at 7-5 in fifth. Origin is even at 6-6 and in sixth place. Do that math and you'll figure out what's going on there.
Right.
Elements and Splice are tied for seventh at 4-8, and somehow Giants and longtime Rockhat are both at 2-10.
Nice.
Remind you, they both won a game this week, which means they only had one win before this week. So right now, if they were to take the bottom four teams, it would be Element, Splice, Giants, and Rockhat fighting for their chance in the summer promotional. Giants, Splice, and Elements are all new teams to the European LCS, and Rockhat is actually the one that's shocking to me is Rockhat. They had a really good team to start the season, just not seeming to coming together for them. It is what it is, that's the way it goes. But we'll see what happens there. But on into my most exciting yet my most sad news of the week. The Halo, the North American regionals for the Halo World Championship Series happened this weekend. They had 16 teams, four teams in each group. You had to win. More than likely, you had to win 2 games to move on. The winners were Allegiance, CLG, Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, Noble, Renegades, Triggers Pound, and Denial. Denial ended up actually winning everything. Pretty good, actually. CLG ended up winning everything. I lied to you guys. They played Denial. My fault. CLG won everything. They have the top seed coming out of North America. Other teams will be joining them, though, are Epsilon, Fabe, Excel, and Infused from Europe and Africa. Immunity and Exiles from Australia and New Zealand, Skyfire from Asia, and Chosen Squad from Latin America. They will be competing in Hollywood on March 18th through the 20th, down in Hollywood, California. More information is going to be coming out on that on March 4th. So if you guys are into this whole World Championship, and if you're not, I am shocked because they also just announced that they're going to be competing for $2.5 million.
$2.5 million. And that pot started at $1 million and has been basically, quote unquote, crowdfunded by the Halo community to post that up $1.5 million just based on DLC downloads and rec pack purchases. So
no, it's just rec pack purchases.
Just rec pack purchases. Sorry, I was incorrect.
There's all the DLCs for free.
On rec pack purchases alone, the community has raised $1.5 million to add to this tournament. That is insane.
The other caveat is not even all the money from every rec pack goes towards the pot.
Yeah, it's only like a certain percentage, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, well, let's just say for comparison purposes,
for gigs,
you can say that they've at least sold $1.5 million in rec packs.
Oh, Jesus.
And just out of curiosity, I don't buy any rec packs.
I've bought rec packs. I'm going to admit it, I've bought a few.
I've only ever bought one rec pack, and that was the Halo Championship Series rec pack.
HCS one, yeah.
I didn't think it was for a limited time. I didn't know if I was going to be able to actually get the points that I needed, so I just
broke down about it.
So just to put this into perspective, guys, the gold rec pack, for those of you guys who don't play, is the best you can get.
Yeah.
So that's at $3. So you're talking 1.5 million divided by 3. So that means they sold 500,000 rec packs.
Jesus. That's so crazy, dude. That is so crazy.
A lot of rec packs going on.
That's a hell of a lot of rec packs going on.
It's a couple of them.
It's a few.
But yeah. So, anyways, guys, kind of get off the point there, but yeah. So that's a huge tournament coming up. Some sad news for me personally, and I actually made a video about it.
Let's go check that out
Optic,
over here on EP channel here.
yeah, you can go check that out.
He gets a little intense. I'm gonna say it's a vlog, and the Mr. Keymaster throws his heart and soul at this thing. So, if you guys are interested in what he's talking about, make sure you go check out that vlog. It's on the channel. We'll try to throw the link in the description below. Oh, it sounds like the sound on Keymaster's little microphone might have went out, so I'm gonna close this out for him. Um, there was a Halo tournament this last weekend, and I don't know all the specifics because this is what Keymaster was supposed to talk about. Hopefully, he can pop back in here before we end this video. Um, but it looks like, um, hello, sir.
I'm back. I hope.
There we go. We'll talk about that Halo tournament real quick, and then we'll get out of here before your mic cuts
All
out
right.
again.
So hopefully it doesn't cut out. But yeah, so there's a big tournament. I think I got most of everything out. But for all you guys who don't know, big tournament coming up. Optic unfortunately didn't make it, but you know it is what it is, and you know wasn't their time.
No.
Um, but with that being said, you guys, if you guys have not watched my thank you Optic Halo video, make sure you go check it out. We'll try to leave the description down below. And so remember, guys, this is the Keymaster 84 and Mister
Big Road 206.
coming at you with some news and esports, guys. Make sure you guys are tuning in next week. Make sure you guys are hitting that like, comment, and subscribe. We greatly appreciate the love, and we always love reading the comments. So, guys, remember, we play games to make gains. Haters gonna hate.
Haters
We'll
gonna
see
hate.
y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.